There, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 6th. This week, you start off as you. King of Clubs is Leo. So, very good that you're starting off as yourself. Puts you in a position of power, position of strength. This is a very good card for the future. Actually, now that I'm looking at everything that's going on down here, the cards, I think you're very future focused this week. Probably thinking for the future, planning for the future, maybe even doing a little bit of saving for the future. All sorts of stuff going on here. Definitely a great week, by the way, too. But this is a good card to start off your week. It says you're present, you're here, you're ready to get things done. Maybe feeling very energized this week and kind of like ready to go. Also, I think it would be a great week for you to pick up learning, to learn something new and learn any new skills that you possibly can, or learn about something new that you want to do. It could even, that could be anything. It could be maybe you want to start a relationship with somebody. Maybe you need to learn something more about them. So it'd be a great week to kind of like very investigative type of week this week for you. I think very mental as well. Very similar to Cancer's reading here. I wouldn't say very similar, but there's definitely some similarities here. So, very interesting that you guys are so close in the zodiac, of course, and you have like a lot of the same stuff going on. But definitely a good week for the future, thinking about the future. You have the Nine of Clubs coming up next. So this card represents achievements, earning some sort of achievement, earning something that you've been working for, having something returning to you. As I always say, nines kind of represent, not, the Tibetans say nines represent total completion, but, to me, nines represent like almost being there. Like right there, right at the kind of like tip of something almost completing for you. So this could be you hearing about some sort of achievement, or hearing that you're going to, reach some sort of achievement or something really nice that you've been working towards, and, hearing about it coming to you in the future. Again, I keep getting this thing about the future for you. So I think you're very much focused on the future this week, which would be good. It's also a very good card for planning, which came up about 900 times for Cancer. Cancer's reading was all about planning and thinking about, coming up with a strategy in a lot of ways for something new. And that's what this card can definitely be for. It can be you being very focused on a goal and coming up with a very specific strategy on how to get there. So definitely pay attention to that. Next, you have the Ace of Hearts. Very good card. Great for love. For those of you that are interested in meeting somebody, it's a good card. Could represent new love coming in. You have the Ten of Hearts as well, which could definitely represent new love coming in for those of you that are single. For those of you in a relationship, it's just a good love card. And for those of you who want neither of those things, it can be a card of messages. I would say for everybody, this is a card of messages and paying attention to what people are saying to you, and even looking for things that people aren't saying, like kind of reading between the lines, using your intuition. Very intuitive card. King of Clubs is always very intuitive. I always think that Leo can be the most intuitive out of really all the fire signs. Really, I think everybody can be just as intuitive as anybody else. I don't think it really matters. But, it does definitely seem that a lot of Leos can be very intuitive. So trust that intuition this week and kind of maybe pick up on what's not being said. I think you Leos are also very empathic as well, feeling people's feelings. So I think it would be a good week for you to pay attention to people's feelings. And you might be able to use that to your advantage in a lot of ways. Next, you have the Five of Clubs, planning. Very similar to the Nine of Clubs. You're just doing a lot of planning, planning adventures, planning trips. Maybe a lot of you are planning some trips. Maybe some of you are planning a move or thinking about a move in the future. And it's also a card of needing to take part in some of your hobbies. So maybe for those of you that have been like only working and haven't been having fun and things like that, I think it would be a good week for you to maybe, if you like going fishing or whatever it is that you like doing, go and do it this week. I think it could be very beneficial. I always say that fives can be cards where maybe if we're too focused on something, and it's like kind of when we separate that we get the answer, right? If we're too focused on a problem or something like that. And that's what this card represents. It represents like separating away and coming up with a solution. Next, you have the Ten of Hearts, Fortune After Difficulty. So very good card here. I really like this card. Represents good things happening to you after a difficult period of time. It's also good for love coming to you. So any of you that are single and looking, like I said, definitely a good card for you to get out there and socialize. It's a card of socializing. It's also a card of going to weddings and parties and things like that. So a lot of you could be just very social in general. And finally, you have the Queen of Diamonds. Funny enough, the Queen of Diamonds represents like Taurus, like an earth sign. So if any of you have an earth sign in your life, they're going to be very important to you this week. Listen to what they have to say. And also, for Taurus, it was interesting because there was a lot of stuff about fire like not this week, but several weeks ago. There's a lot about fire signs coming up for them, and now it's like there's a lot of stuff for earth signs coming up for you, Leo. So definitely pay attention to any earth signs in your life. This is also a good card for building a better relationship with money. So a lot of you could just be kind of like working on money and getting better at money and things like that. So nice to see as well. But looks like a great week. So thank you for watching and enjoy it.